Are you wondering what the benefits of getting iodine is for your body? I just recently decided to start taking an iodine supplement after I did some research, and I'll get into why I needed to research it and the research that I figured out. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic at the products that we like, use, and have, and I use to help my body. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. So I'm pretty open with you guys about most of my health stuff. I've talked about my diet, my high cholesterol that I have, or have been told I have. And recently, I had a stroke scan done through our insurance. And whenever I got the results back, it mentioned it underneath the thyroid area. It said they checked a yes, and they highlighted it right there. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let's read some notes. And so they had the doctor's notes, and it said that there's a small thyroid complex cyst and nodules, and they are benign. I think that's appearingly benign or apparently benign or something like that. I don't know if y'all can read that doctor handwriting right here, but that's the note that the doctor put on this particular stroke scan thing. And then of course they give you all kind of information about, you know, what you should do and things to look about, a little bit about your thyroid or about the screening and everything. And so it's got me interested in, okay, why would that nodule and those things be appearing there? Something's not right. And so I wanted to figure out what was wrong. And I was reading a book recently. I can't remember what book it was, but it mentioned that in fact, I was getting a massage one day and I was talking to my masseuse about metabolism and how I get cold feet, cold hands. My extremities are usually kind of cold and whatnot, even though it may be a hot day or whatever. And she was like, oh, that's interesting because, you know, I've had the same thing and it's a hormone balance type of thing and that affects your thyroid. And I was like, okay, well, that's really, really interesting. What do I need to do to fix that nutritionally? I don't want to, you know, have to take a whole bunch of medication and all that type of stuff. So I was reading that book, and the book was mentioning the exact same thing. It was like if you have cold feet, cold hands, get kind of tired and whatnot. I was like, okay, well that's all the symptoms that I have. What do I do about it? And they were like, okay, that you probably have hypothyroidism, and the way that you can counter that is by getting more iodine in. So the benefits of iodine is that it helps your hormones for your thyroid, and then that will help. It also helps with metabolism too, and blood flow and circulation and all that. And that's why hopefully whenever you kind of get your thyroid in check, you'll probably feel a difference in the temperature in your hand. So this is the one that I picked up. It's just the Now brand, nothing too special. Kelp has iodine. So if you're eating enough seaweed, you probably don't have an iodine deficiency. And I'm not a medical doctor. Disclosure here, this is for information purposes only. I'm just giving you my personal account of this. Go seek out your own medical professional advice from a doctor. But kelp has iodine in it, and that's why they have this as kelp. Now, I went to the store to go and get this, and they had other fancy like liquid iodines and all this type of stuff, and they were like $15-20. I was like, I don't know about all that. But then I remembered that kelp had iodine in it, and so I picked up this, and I was like, oh yeah, it's got 150 micrograms of iodine in there. You just take this once a day with meal, and you get 200 tablets. So this should last me almost the entire half the year, a little bit over half a year. And so I went with this. If you guys want to check this stuff out, I'll link it up down in the description below. Y'all can go read other people's reviews about it. Don't just take my word for it. There may be some iodine that's more potent than others or something like that. But the reason why I said that you need to check with a doctor or physician before is because you don't want to, actually you might want to check with a nutritionist. You don't want to get too much iodine because then that's not good for the body. I haven't I haven't really delved into why too much iodine is bad for you, but I did read that you don't want to go over a certain amount and you want to have it. So like there's this range that you want to stay in. So make sure to do further investigation of that and talk with a doctor or a physician or a nutritionist or both about where your levels are at with the food that you're already consuming, and then see if you might need to supplement some of it, or if you are on the borderline, just eat more of whatever foods is in. Usually it's more like seaweed, seafood, that type of stuff. If you Google foods with iodine in it, it usually pulls it up right at the top. There's like a little Google scroll through wheel and it shows you which ones are in there. So I just thought that I'd share that with you guys because I found it interesting for me, being that I had that benign cyst thing on and nodules on my thyroid, and that I also had the cold hands and the cold feet that person was talking about, and the tiredness, the lethargy, not having the energy. And it might just be a simple iodine deficiency. And so that's what I've come across so far as the benefits of iodine and how it affects the body. If you guys know anything else, please let me know down in the comments below. Also in the description, if I can find that iodine range that you want to try and stay in, I'll put that down in the description below as well. I just got to research that again because I don't remember what book I read that in. If you guys are liking what we're doing here on Dad Reviews, make sure to click that thumbs up button. Make sure to click that subscribe button too. I'm gonna put some more videos right here just about my health type stuff. If y'all wanna go into cholesterol, diet that I'm interested in, click that video right there. I'll see y'all in that video. Thank you, dads, for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated, and Dad out.